Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the Mercedes EQE. As you guys know, that it was recently unveiled in Munich, Germany on September 6th at the IAA convention. And I would like to share with you guys my thoughts about the exterior today.
It's essentially a fully electric E-Class under the EQ sub-brand from Mercedes. Released a few months after the initial unveiling of the EQS, the EQE is Mercedes' first real direct competitor at the large premium sedan segment with the likes of Tesla Model S, Lucid Air, Porsche Taycan, and Audi e-tron GT. All these incredible EV products are the flagship models from their brand that's currently being offered right now. They are products that most people aspire to, making this probably the most important and iconic segment in the luxury EV market. It is absolutely crucial for any automakers to get their flagship products to be as desirable as possible to further strengthen the brand. Some of you may wonder why I say that the EQE is the model competing against the Model S and the others of the segment when the EQS already exists. Let me explain. The problem with the EQS is that it's actually a bit too big and it's in a larger size segment. The EQS right now actually doesn't have any direct competitor, as no one else besides Mercedes is currently offering an EV in the super premium large executive sedan segment. The base version of the EQS, the 450, is expected to start at more than $110,000 before any options. In the near future, there should be a competition from BMW with the electrified 7 Series, maybe called the i7, Jaguar's XJ, Audi's recent unveiled Grand Spirit concept, just to name a few. Those EVs will be direct competitors with the EQS, but as of right now, the EQS has this segment all to itself. Actually, the mid-size premium luxury EV segment is personally my favorite segment, as I think it has the best of all worlds. The cars are the perfect size for you to fit your family and their luggages comfortably, while still being able to offer great handling and driving dynamics due to its reasonable size, which is why I was really looking forward to the EQE and what it will look like before its unveiling.
When I first saw the design, I was honestly a little bit disappointed and honestly a little bit underwhelmed, just because I thought the design was going to be a little bit more distinctive compared to the EQS. I mean, it looks fine, it looks good enough.
The part that bothered me the most was the rear passenger window design at the C-pillar.
The vertical separation lines of the entire passenger window look really awkward to me, especially when you look at them as an individual piece to the whole design. It also makes the rear of the car look a little bit short and for the overall proportions of the car.
But then when I saw some pictures of the entire rear window blacked out or tinted out, suddenly the design works! This is one of those designs when you look at the entire car as one holistic design. You start to understand what the designers were trying to do and appreciate they're trying something new and refreshing. When the entire rear window becomes one piece, it looks much better and the rear 3/4 of the car doesn't look awkwardly short anymore. And suddenly the overall proportions of the car dramatically improves. The rear light bars look amazing in my eyes. It's also embracing the latest trend for new cars with a huge light blade across the entire trunk from end to end. The wedge shape on the two sides help distinguish the light bar design against the many other light bars designs used recently on some newly released products. Also, the LED lights have a really nice 3D effect that kinda looks like arrow patterns for more depth and sophistication. It feels very premium. According to Mercedes, the EQE is actually a bit longer than the E-Class, being about the same length as the current CLS. Both the front and the rear design looks like a slightly smaller version of the EQS. The biggest noticeable difference is the light signature. the front of the EQE has sort of a cross daylight running light design compared to the EQS's light bar that extends and connects both sides of the headlight. It's hard to say which LED design looks better. It's more of a personal preference if you ask me. I think both are equally attractive in their own ways. The EQE's headlight is integrated into the grille just like the EQS, except it seems like the tiny Mercedes star on the black part of the grille are actually optional extras from what I heard. That's probably a good thing, as customers get to choose whether you want tiny Mercedes stars on your grille or you just want a clean black look. The EQE also gets auto extending door handles just like the ones on the EQS, but those are optional extras as well. I have seen some reviewers of the EQS complaining about the functionality of those automatically extending door handles because they sometimes don't extend when you want them to, or it closes when your hand is grabbing the door handle and you get your hand stuck behind them. It doesn't look like it hurts or anything, but it's something to point out. That about sums up my Mercedes EQE first impressions. Subscribe and stick around for part 2 of the video where I'll talk more in depth about how spacious the interior packaging is and also its design.